All right, how you feeling? Good? All right, here we go.
For the first time in a month.
This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hey, guys! Welcome to Dynamic Banter.
Unfortunately, one of us couldn't be here this week.
Guys, this is a pre-recorded intro to the episode, which unfortunately has none of us on. This is a
1 week.
It's a pre-recorded apology, and then it'll be an hour of silence.
That's so great. An intro that's like, sorry guys, we both couldn't make it, and then it's the intro song.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And then
just
the intro song.
Yeah. Well, actually, we'd have to have an ad in there. Could we get around putting an ad in there?
Oh, yeah. Copy and paste. Copy and paste from another week, and then, like, the promo code is us, but clearly spoken into a phone and sounding kind of desperate and out of breath. And
Yeah.
just remember, guys, this is us 3 weeks ago. Remember, guys, the promo code for next week is fucking Banter 26.
When is the Chris Pratt, Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie Copy and Paste coming out?
Which one's which? I'm Lieutenant Drake Copy.
I'll tell you, I don't know which one's which, but I'll tell you this. When Dwayne The Rock Johnson was handed the script, there's one he chose. There's one he said, I will do this movie if I'm paced. And that's it.
I'm Tommy Page.
Before he even opens the page. If I'm not paced, you need to write me in as paced.
What if they're like, but Paige is a female nurse?
Switch it up. Leave the love in. Dude, which one's more of a hardcore name? Copy or Paste?
Copy's hard.
Copy is hard. Copy sounds like a cool cop.
Like Kevin Copy is a hard nose. He's the guy up in your face during the interrogation.
Isn't Copy what they call police officers in the UK?
Copy
Guys,
that.
welcome to Dynamic Banter. Here comes the Copy! Guys, welcome to Dynamic Banter. It's been quite a while.
It's great to be with you, man.
It's great to be with you, Mike, and I haven't seen you since VidCon,
That's fun.
which was quite a bit ago.
Yeah. Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time, dude. I really did. There's not much to say about it unless you want to get into it.
No, I was there for 2 days. I was having an uncomfortable situation for 2 days. I was in pain. It hurt me to walk. And it was the first time I was ever like, maybe I don't hide stuff as good as I do. Because I was only there for 2 days, like I said, and that was awesome. Is there a problem? What's happening?
Not anymore. We're better now.
Was I not recording until just that moment?
And now we're on the air.
I forgot exactly what we did the first time.
Dude, this is the elephant in the Dynamic Banter recording studio, which is I need the audience to know that Mike and I have only had correspondence via text since VidCon.
Yeah.
And even then, I barely saw you.
And even of the text conversation, most of it is reacting to the text emotionally by holding on to it,
Right.
and picking a emotion.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I'm
like
a big
it.
fan.
Me too.
Other people get very upset. I have a friend who hates it.
I use it exclusively with one person in my life.
Was that me?
I don't text a thing to them. No, you get things texted from me.
Okay. Yeah. You're saying you just
I was like,
used
I
that.
just use that.
That's
Yeah.
kind of disrespectful.
No, it isn't. You can get everything. Dude, those 5 emotions can answer any question, any text. Go ahead and try it on me.
We got to put this to the test.
Go ahead. Well, just say out loud a text you'd send me, and I'll tell you which emotion will be the answer.
Hey, Steve, going to Barcade around 7 if you're around.
Thumbs up.
Okay. Would you like us to drive you there?
Thumbs down.
Yeah, because that's a yes and no.
Right.
That's smart. Steve, my cousin's coming in. Do you think you could show him your favorite video game at Barcade? I know you're a bit of a video game nerd. Long block of text. I would love for him to show you, or you to show him Wreck-It Ralph. Or
Thumbs up.
fuck. It's still a yes or no. Steve, what is your favorite video game? Google
Exclamation.
image search. Copy paste.
Yeah, man. I don't have to text a damn thing thanks
Haven't
to
copied.
Apple Corporation.
Yeah, try that. If you guys are, if you're at home right now and you want to also put this to the test and you have a big, long conversation with a friend that actually makes sense and isn't forced, I would love for you to take a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
And send it. I would love to read your no-word conversation. Welcome back to Chewing.
Welcome back to Chewing. Well, apostrophe on the end of that end.
I ever tell you about my restaurant idea, Fixins?
It sounds familiar, but I'd love for you to tell me again if for those of the people in the audience that haven't heard.
I might have even made it up with you. I think we were at like a Cracker Barrel or something.
Yeah.
And the whole menu is not hyphenated. Has a little, what do they call that?
Oh, you're talking about an apostrophe?
Apostrophe.
Yeah.
Everything on the menu is just like stuff that you would put on other stuff.
What would be a good meal there?
Just a bunch of fixins. If you want to order, are you sure you get
What
enough?
are fixins just things you add to a sandwich or something?
When I think about fixins, I think about relish and not much coleslaw. Fixins.
So fixins is like condiments.
Fixins is like sprinkles, hot fudge.
Could ketchup be fixins?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's how you fix a broken burger.
With ketchup.
Be generous. Good to know we still got it. You remember back in 2018 when they did that ketchup bit real quick?
Remember when we waited and waited for them to be on the same podcast again? And we couldn't wait for the electric bits they were going to throw at us because they'd just been holding in all those jokes
Yeah, and they hit us with that ketchup.
right off the bat.
Unsubscribe.
Mike, I haven't seen you, and I just know... Unfortunately, what I know about what even fucking happened to you is a combination of you being incredibly vague via text.
Yeah. That's not like...
No, I didn't take it personally in any way.
Good.
Was you being incredibly vague via text, and then Elliot sometimes saying like, "Oh yeah, well it's this," and I was like, "How? What?"
Elliot has this thing where it doesn't matter what he says. He's to the point in his adult life where he says things so matter-of-factly
Yeah,
that like that's what it is for at least as long as it comes out of his mouth. That's exactly what, regardless of what
Right.
he's saying. That's
Right.
why it's such a big deal if he does choose to become a flat earther at some point. Because once he's on that train, he's not getting off the train.
I think Elliot could become a flat earther
Tomorrow, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Or later tonight,
if he has the time.
should he find himself informed enough.
But the point I'm trying to get to is that, and the audience should know this, I actually have no idea what actually happened to you.
Oh, well, then this will be a fun time for all of us.
And so, and the audience, I'm sure, is curious as well.
Yeah.
And the only bit of information that I had that I felt was pretty concrete was that I think you had kidney stones.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
confirmed.
This has been.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next time. Oh, yeah. What's our sponsor here?
And Dollar Shave Club.
Dollar Shave Club. All right. Thanks, guys.
Just saying the
Just
name
the
of
name.
it.
Yeah, that works.
What if that worked better than anything? Everybody runs out.
Oh, maybe that's the future.
Okay, guys, remember Dollar Shave Club.
And then like one day, content's just gonna be so fast and so annoying that I'll just be doing a bit. I'll be like, and then the guy comes out of the fucking Cheesecake Factory, Dollar Shave Club, and he gives himself a fucking cake that he bought.
Yeah.
He bought, like, that's the ad.
It's like having an ad break in the middle of a Vine.
Right.
Can you turn my headphones down a little bit? Because I'm vibrating.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun trying to figure out which one's yours, though.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So I'm going to sing you a little ditty.
Try the black chord.
Okay, great. There's only 7 over here. So I'm going to sing to you.
Okay.
And you tell me when you don't hear it. Okay.
Can I make a request?
No. Drip, drip, drop, little April showers. Ding,
Gotta tell you, we haven't found it yet.
Drip, drip, drop, little April showers. Ding,
Are you turning them down or up?
all the way down, baby. Trim, trim, drop. That's me. So I found me.
Now, what
Drip,
if you get
drip,
to me
drop,
at the
little April
best part
shower.
of the song?
Then you're going to miss that
No,
part.
that's what I'm worried about.
Okay, how's that? Is that too low?
That's what I'm worried about.
Want me to split the difference? How you feeling?
Split the difference, please.
Okay, how's that?
1, 2, 3. Should have did this beforehand, and that's on me for sure.
Well, and it's on me too.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Okay, great. So yeah, man. The audience is dying to know. I'm dying to know. Will you tell me just like the way you would tell me? Are you
love
not
to.
afraid to be as candid as you would be had we just been talking as
I could
friends?
zone out and pretend all of this is different.
Just imagine. Just pretend like everyone, every camera in the room is naked.
Good. Picture something embarrassing about the camera. Where I need a location. Where?
Why did that actually work when people would imagine the audience was naked? Did you ever do that?
I think if you're like they tell like corporate speakers to do, or if you have to do a
Yeah.
presentation at work or something.
Mock
like that.
trial.
But that's not something like an actor does. You know, somebody who has to like.
Oh, someone who's not going to be an entertainer, you mean?
I think if you like have to make a speech, one speech, and you're like, you gotta
One
talk
king's speech?
You gotta talk at grandma's funeral. Everybody wants you to talk at grandma's funeral. Well, if you're nervous, you just picture
Picture everyone in your family naked. Picture your dad as naked as you can get.
maybe even. I mean, if that's too much, just picture your dad naked.
No matter where you are,
No
even if
matter-
your dad's not there.
And then imagine like the movie version of that where it cuts back and everyone is like in full 3-piece suits and dresses and just your dad and his balls.
And his dad and his balls are there.
Which one do you think The Rock would play?
Okay, here's my tip. You want my tip?
Yes.
If you're ever nervous on stage, picture your dad naked and he's just constantly dropping his car keys and picking them up again.
Is he getting like increasingly upset about
Yeah,
it?
yeah, of course. Do you think the angrier you'd get, the more motion would occur in the
Yeah.
genital area?
I think it would the transition from from upright to folded over would be faster and more of a like a jerky it kind of slapdash movement.
You know what I want to see? I've never seen a rendering of what a penis looks like while it's in a pair of underwear. You know how you could kind of squish everything up, then things are curved around.
You could it's like silly putty. You could do whatever you want.
Well, I just want to see. I want to see that image.
like without the underwear.
Yeah, without the underwear.
Like if they
the
made
underwear's invisible.
tidy whities but clear.
I just want to see the junk all squished up
Yeah.
together. I've never seen that.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, I believe that's called a pressed fruit bowl.
It's called a raw pretzel.
I think I think they talked about it on Beavis and Butthead once, and they referred to it as a pressed fruit basket.
Dude, did Beavis and Butthead come up with the vegetable, or what is it? Fruit basket.
Fruit basket?
My brother's friend used to do this move called the fruit basket.
What is that about? I need to know.
It's when you bring your balls back to into your butt.
Into you. Your friends had elastic balls at a young age. That's like old man balls elasticity.
Like, hang on, maybe I'm having a hard time explaining this. You just bring your balls around
Sure.
under your butt.
Yeah.
And then close your legs so that they get all squished up by your butt.
Yeah.
And that's a fruit basket.
I think that has several names.
What have you heard it called?
Isn't that movie Waiting where they're always showing each other their balls?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's part of that whole thing.
What did they call it?
Was it a goat or something like that? A goat? Because that makes sense. Because you got two legs like a goat, and then you got the head.
Oh, right.
Right. If you're watching the video podcast,
You'll get a better look.
That.
Mike
Steve
did a
is doing
diagram.
it.
I'm doing it right now. Yeah.
Steve's on the table doing it.
I had a
my
bath
goodness.
yesterday, so today is
Today is a perfect day for a go. It's very hot in the valley, and my head
it's
is hurting
so hot.
very much.
yeah, man.
But yeah, so
But let's
we were at
record a
VidCon.
podcast.
Yeah, why not? But it does make me feel good to be across the table from you.
Yeah, man.
I feel like
this is
these
medicine.
This is medicine.
Yeah.
And also in California, other types of medicine exist.
They say daughter is the best medicine. Sorry, laughter.
Getting words mixed up in speech because they look similar on paper is hilarious.
Dude, I still will never forget when we did our Dynamic Banter live and you did your Cloverfield or your 10 Cloverfield Lane like analyzation live.
My 8-page dissertation.
I'll never forget that you called it Big Tabasco. Big Tabasco. That oh dude, I can't get it out of my head.
Steve, it's a problem nobody wants to talk about.
Well, if you ever wondered why your Tabasco is a little bit more expensive these days.
You know that they exclusively target people in lower income homes.
Yeah, I know, man. And that's one of the problems with Big Tabasco.
Tabasco users die every 8 seconds. My grandmother was a heavy Tabasco user.
Tabasco use could lead to pregnancy problems.
I don't know anyone who likes Tabasco sauce.
I don't mind it.
That's different.
Oh, you're talking about someone who's like obsessed with it?
Like people ask for Tapatio. People ask for what's the good version
Cholula.
of Tapatio? Cholula.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are you
Bahama.
talking and come on, Freddie Baba? Are you talking about the one that's hard to say? Sriracha?
Sriracha is a little different.
Sriracha? Oh, you were thinking of Cholula then.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Jamaica.
no one's ever like, if they're like, we don't have any of that stuff, but they always have Tabasco.
Everyone has Tabasco.
And then you say, all right. And then it comes and you don't use it.
So you're saying no one asks for Tabasco?
Yes.
Yeah. You might be right about that. But it's still available, and it's still, like, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So is, like, soy milk and soy rizo and
Dude,
everything is available.
one of my favorite memories of Tabasco.
You're going to want to use a coaster.
There was a commercial on TV. And there was a guy who had a big old delicious slice of pizza in his hand. And he shakes down some Tabasco right onto the pizza slice.
That's good. I've done that.
And I had never done it.
Have you since?
And I have since, and I think it's great.
It is very good. It's very, very good. Especially cold pizza. It
Yeah.
makes cold pizza way better.
Yeah. And I think I'm a little bit of a wuss when it comes to the spicy stuff.
That's crazy.
I
Can you
know.
be Mexican and
I
be a
know,
wuss
it's
when it comes to
crazy,
spicy?
isn't it? I can't.
You weren't like raised on that?
No, I was a really picky eater as a kid. I was a one-eyed, one-horn,
Pine
flying
purple penis.
purple crazy eater.
Yeah. That's a song that goes, put the lime in your cookie.
Now listen up. Dude, I have a problem with the man. I've got so much to talk about.
This episode's gonna be 4 hours.
Tabasco sauce is like the weak man's Tapatio,
Okay.
because it's not really. It's just pepper, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it'd be interesting.
It's just pepper.
It's just pepper. They have a spicy scale. Like, you ever see Hot Ones?
Oh, there's like a Tabasco you can get. That's hot ones. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a spicy.
Isn't that a hot wing sauce?
It's a show on YouTube where the host, I forget his name.
Yeah. The bald guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they have like it's like 1 to 10.
The
or
Scovilles.
Yes.
The Scoville
And I don't know
units.
where these 3 things that we're talking about sit on that, but they all taste the same hotness to me. It's just different flavor. You know? Like I think Tabasco sauce is really like watery and weird, and then Cholula's real nice. It's a little thicker.
I like Cholula, actually. And I think
like
Cholula's
Frank's.
less...
People talk
Frank's
a lot of
is
shit
good.
about Frank's.
Dude.
Zoya hates Frank's.
What's that one from the South? Diamond? Diamonds?
Never had that one.
Fuck, I gotta find out. Or it's like, fuck.
Tell you what I have had. I used to ask for it at the diner all the time in Connecticut.
Yeah?
And there was this one busboy who was like, we don't have any of that stuff, but I have my own personal stuff.
Oh.
And he was Puerto Rican.
What the
and
fuck?
He pulls out this black label. It was all in Spanish. And he was like, yo, have this, but don't, like, have a couple drops. And I put, like, 3 drops on my diner omelet. Like, foot-long omelet. And I was out of my mind for the rest of the day.
Wait, really?
Yeah. See, that's who has the best hot... Busboys have the best hot sauce. Everybody knows that. That's an old diner rule.
Yeah, Crystal. It's called Crystal.
I've never had that. It looks delicious.
Oh, my God. This is Crystal. If you guys are watching...
That's what the rappers used to talk about.
Crystal. Get some of that Crystal hot sauce. I went to New Orleans, and every restaurant had Crystal sauce.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, I'm in Nolland. I've got to have I got to do what they do, right?
Remember? We were hanging out with Malcolm, and you kept saying po' boy. And he was like, why do you keep saying it like that?
Yeah, man.
Malcolm, I'd love to get a sandwich.
I forgot how to say how I said it. Po' boy.
Because it's so fun to say it.
Yeah, it is so fun. And dude, that was actually the first time I had Crystal hot sauce was on a po' boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was a good one.
What a combination.
I liked it. All right, well, let's fucking get to it, man.
Dollar Shave Club.
History Road. Did you... Well, whatever. Who cares? Let's do this, man. What
All
the
right.
fuck happened?
We could start at
Start at the very
no.
tippy top.
Okay, I was going to start at VidCon because you already started there.
Yeah, but it happened
goes
even
back
before
further.
VidCon.
So the day before I was going to go
I'm just
home-
going to go use the toilet while you tell the story.
Not a problem.
Just kidding. Go for it.
That was an ant, by the way, on my phone.
Yeah,
which
we got
means
ants here. I'm
you
sorry.
got ants in here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know, but we have ant traps.
Oh, great. So they'll be gone in 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, let me go back. So this is my June, okay? I go home.
I thought you were trying to tell me an ant was calling you.
My aunt is calling me. Crawling.
Crawling me.
I go home. I'm scheduled to go home on June 13th, right? So on June 11th. CT. It's Christmas time.
I'm set to go back June 17th, Christmas time.
Christmas time, 1996. So Monday or Tuesday of that week,
7 p.m. CT, 7 p.m. Christmas time.
p.m. Eastern Standard Christmas time.
Can we use CT as the time,
Christmas time?
on Christmas Day?
Yeah. It's about come over for dinner around 1 o'clock Christmas time. We're gonna do brunch around 11 p.m. Christmas time. Okay. 11 a.m.
Your mom's supposed
excuse
to be
me.
flying in around 9 p.m. Christmas time.
She got a great rate. So like June 11th or 12th, I start to have like the pains, the back pains.
Yeah.
And that's when we were talking about whatever. So it got so bad eventually. Here's one of the things I learned about myself is I'm not good at gauging my pain. You know when you go to the hospital and they're like between 1 and 10.
Yeah.
I only know 1 and 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't.
You're right. How are you even supposed to know?
I have no. One time I said 6, and they were like, "Really?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know. I had no idea." Probably.
It is such a weird way to gauge pain.
Yeah. And so these last 7 trips to the hospital have done nothing but reinstate my belief that I can't gauge my own pain.
Well, I think you and I are in a club now that I would rather not be a part of.
Kidney boys.
The Kidney Boys, the KBs.
Let's get it tattooed on our knuckles.
I just want a little stone.
Yeah.
Just a little
a
stone.
disgusting stone that no one would want.
Something that we can share in is that, I mean, I guess there are different pain levels too, though, but kidney stones.
Oh, you'll see by the end of the story that we were in a similar club because I had them prior and they passed 7 years ago or 8 years ago. By the end of this story, you will see that we are in different.
Oh, shit. So this was a different situation.
We might be in different. Our clubs might be in different countries.
Oh, shit. Well, what I'm trying to say is that we can say our pain threshold is from 1 to kidney stones.
Yeah, it goes beyond 10.
Which goes beyond 10.
Yeah, it's around 27.
Dude, wait, so you had passed stones before?
Yeah, like 7 or 8 years ago
Oh,
when
okay.
I got sick, when all the appendix stuff happened, which was like the catalyst for like moving across the country and pursuing comedy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the pulmonary embolism was like the big scary thing.
Yeah.
It was the closest to that I had come in 7 or 8 years.
Oh my
but that was the
God.
last time I had kidney stones.
Okay, so that one was similar to the one that I had.
Yeah, they broke up and they passed, and it wasn't a big deal.
Oh,
it hurts
Mike.
when it's going from your kidney to the ureter.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't really hurt anymore. See, guys who don't know and girls are mostly like, oh, that must hurt your dick when you shoot it out of your dick. And it's not really like that.
Yeah, it's not.
By the time it gets to your bladder, it's like a lot of times you wouldn't even notice it.
Right.
Unless it's gigantic.
Right. Unless it's big, which happens.
That happened.
Oh, Mike.
So I feel real sick. The morning I went to the hospital too late. I was in throw-up pain. You ever be in throw-up pain?
I've not, but I know what that is.
Yeah, this is pain. This is right before pass-out pain that I've only had one other time in my life. And I was like projectile, just because it hurt so bad. And I didn't know.
Your
I thought,
body was just like,
I had the
fuck.
flu or something, but it was from pain.
Yeah.
Is there a skunk in this building? Do you think? Do you smell that? What if
I smell
we
a little
looked under the
something.
table and it was a skunk?
What if it was Lee dressed like a skunk?
Oh, it might be this.
What is it?
Just the candle.
Oh.
I'm just like, why is it a different smell? No, that's fine. Don't blow it out. I like it.
I think it's that combining with other things.
With the skunk.
I think that skunk lit a candle.
It smells like a skunk and a candle in here.
It was-
Skunk and a candle walking. Okay, anyway. Which one do you think The Rock would play? Skunk or candle? Kevin Candle.
and I don't burn out.
And I'm Tommy Skunk. And we don't really get along, but we have
You know what?
to.
Chris Pratt would be Tommy Skunk.
Yeah, I'm Tommy Skunk. Come save my sister.
Car salesman Tommy Skunk. All right, so you were puking pain.
Even driving to the Encino, we went to Sherman Oaks Hospital first.
That's
Driving
the one where
there-
I was taken care of. You said you had a bad situation
Oh,
there.
I'm
going
going
to
to tell you all of it. I'm going to tell you
All right,
everything.
I'm getting the popcorn.
So-
I'm just going to turn my mic off.
You can leave. It's fine. So we're driving there, and I'm like, Zoe, you gotta, like, she was stopped at a red light on Ventura, and this is like 5 o'clock in the morning. I stumbled out onto the street, was puking from pain on the street, on my hands and knees.
Jesus Christ.
So I get to the hospital.
Zoya must have been terrified.
I'm sure she was,
But she was keeping
but
it
she's
together.
a warrior.
Yeah.
She's like Wonder Woman if she didn't feel the need to wear all that thoughty shit. Why doesn't the new Wonder Woman just dress like she wants to? Why does she have like fucking like long sleeve, like long johns on and shit?
It must be hot where she comes from.
Covered in blood and dirt. That's Wonder Woman. That's the real life Wonder Woman, not this gaudy bullshit.
Not this little mini skirt.
I don't get it.
No mini skirts.
So anyway, no disrespect. I know she listens.
And we plan on having her on at some point. Comic-Con is coming up.
Yeah, that's true. There's probably going to be several thousand of them there.
Yeah.
So I get to the hospital, and I don't look good. And they're like, we'll push it through. And I'm in the emergency room with everybody. It's like the communal room.
I hate the emergency room.
It's a place, man, because you could be next to somebody with like a stab wound.
Yeah.
And
or
then
their,
next
or
to
their
another
thumb
person.
is off and they're just holding the stump.
Just stay here while we get the doctor. Do your best with your thumb.
Yeah.
That's all very real.
Hold that as tight as you can.
Yeah. I'm going to get you some ice. And do you want something? Are you thirsty? So I go in there and I made a mistake when I went in. Because first of all, I look like shit. I look like me. So I go in there and by this point, I know I'm having kidney stones.
No.
I know the pain and I know I'm like 10, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, have you had morphine before? Have you, we're going to try to get your pain under control. We can't do anything until we get your pain under control. Excuse me, little burp.
Lee.
And I said, I need dilaudid, please. And dilaudid is, I had it back in the day, and that's like above everything. Morphine didn't work. There's one that starts with a T that didn't work. And I'm like, I need.
This was like Michael Jackson's like bedtime tea.
Yeah.
Before he passed
It's very, very crazy stuff. So I think what that does when you just roll into the emergency room and they've never seen you before and you're like, give me this hardest thing. Zoya's like, you can't just ask for that because they're going to think you're a drug addict. So they kind of treated me like a drug addict for the rest of the time until like, Steve, it was so painful that every breath in was like a stuttered breath and every breath out had some kind of a noise accompanied with it.
Oh my God. A noise you couldn't help.
I couldn't not make
Your body,
a noise.
that was your body screaming.
So once you prove to them how sick you are by that, they eventually gave it to me. I guess there's like a national shortage because of everything that happened in like Puerto Rico. There's a lot of medicine shortages. A lot of people don't know that. Drop of knowledge. So they got the pain under control, and then they were like, listen, we can't really do anything for you here because we don't have a urologist on duty. There's just not a ton of urologists in our area. But they have one in Encino. And by this point, it's like what they found was, I think after an ultrasound or an x-ray, that my stone was an 8mm stone, which is impossible to pass. So what was happening was it was blocking whatever, and like urine and stuff was backing up to my kidney, and my kidney was dilated. So that causes...
And that could be bursting, and that could be death.
I mean, that's one of the many possibilities, right? So it's kind of like a race against time. These people think I'm a drug addict, and now they're like, we can't even do anything for you here because there's no urologist.
Okay, so it wasn't really their fault. It just sucked real bad.
No one's placing blame. I'm just telling you what happened.
It just sucked real bad.
So they're like, we think there's a urologist at Encino. But there was this whole thing where they're like, we can't discharge you or whatever. You have to like sign out that you're leaving the hospital. And I'm like, well, you can't help me. So I have to go to where the urologist is. So we sign ourselves out of the hospital. Zoya takes me over there and we get enough pain pills so that something stops. For whatever reason, we just had the pain under control. I don't know if I was passing it at this point or what. They told me I couldn't pass it, but then my dad at one point passed a 7. So I thought, like, I got the Falzone family urethra. We're going to give it the old college try, right? So they're like, take
urethra of steel.
Urethra of steel. Which one do you think?
Urethra's castle.
Thank you for that. Also, Eureka looks exactly like Lee. If you
Yeah,
go back
I
and you look
saw
at
that.
Yeah.
And it's so good. And I forgot about Batty, and someone was like, Batty is Steve or Batley or
Batley. So we go to Encino. They get the pain under control, and I'm flying.
Was Brendan Fraser there?
He was.
Or Sean Astin?
He was there. Pauly Shore was like, I'm the urologist, buddy.
Was he wheezing the juice?
He was. He's like, we got to get you in surgery and wheeze the juice.
We got to wheeze that juice out of your kidney, buddy.
Out of your kidneys. So they somehow get my pain under control. I'm like, I'm flying tomorrow. And they're like, okay, great. So I get like Percocet or whatever. And for some reason, I'm fine on the plane. And I like took a Percocet before we got on, and I was fine on the plane. I go home and I go to sleep, and I wake up and I was pacing. I had the pain again,
Oh,
and I was
no.
pacing back and forth at home. No joke, like 3 o'clock in the morning. I went home from my mom's retirement party and to like spend time at home and chill out for a week. And I had some shows booked on the East Coast as I was promoting the whole time on Dynamic Banter. And so I go home, have the same pain, wake up, and I'm pacing. I must have walked 1.5 miles in my house, and I'm like, it's just not going away.
And you're just, and it's the only thing to get your mind off of
yeah.
things.
And I'm looking for things to do. And
Dude, I remember doing that exact thing.
because you think
You're
like
in so much pain. You're like, I can't sit down. I don't want to sit down. I
Yeah.
don't want to lay down.
and I even had no idea of like I've had kidney stones once, but I didn't know all the options of like if they have any options of things to do at the hospital. So my experience is like you have pain, they manage your pain, and you just have that until you pass it.
Right.
That was my
Because
experience.
that's all they can do.
So I'm like, I'm not going to go to the hospital again because they can't do anything for me.
That's why I ended up going to the hospital twice in mine.
Yeah.
And the second time I was like, I don't want to go, but I didn't have any pain management stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to get something. But you're right. There's no reason to go because there's nothing to do. They'll just have you lay there.
Is
and you'll
what I
just
thought.
Wait.
Is what I thought.
Uh-oh.
Is what I thought.
Uh-oh.
So I call, I don't know why I did this, but I made my parents very sad the first time I got sick. And I know I didn't do it on purpose or whatever, but I put them through a lot. And I think part of that was part of my wrong decision to not wake them. They were upstairs sleeping. And so I called Zoya, who's like 3 towns away at this point on the East Coast with her family. And I'm like, we got to go to the hospital right now. She comes to pick me up. My dad wakes up by this point. He's like, what's going on? I tell him what's going on. He comes to the hospital with us. Bridgeport Hospital. Shout out. I tell them everything. They assess me to the fullest degree. They take the x-rays and they take ultrasounds, and I did a CAT scan and like all this shit.
You went into the machine that
Yeah.
scares the shit out of you?
Yeah.
I hate that thing.
That machine's fine. That machine's the least scary thing in the hospital.
I guess that's
that
true.
I know of. That's a washing machine.
Oh, my God.
So I had a couple real bad nights in the hospital, and they couldn't get the pain under control, and they couldn't schedule anything.
They couldn't get the pain under control.
No.
So, like, nothing was
Like
helping.
up all night, like begging for nurses to come in.
Please,
And like
yeah.
Zoya, God, dude, speaking of Wonder Woman, Zoya is like, she's on a different,
Yeah.
she's from somewhere
She's
else.
NOTW.
What is that?
She's not of this world.
none of this world.
She's none of this world.
We'll be right back. So she's next to me on a recliner.
Are you
for like
sending her
3
to a
days.
spa weekend or something?
I'll do anything.
Yeah, you got to really give her something.
I would have
for
all.
this.
You know our relationship.
course,
I
of
would have
course.
all. I'll whatever it takes.
Right. And you would have done the same for her, obviously.
Oh yeah. And that's what she keeps saying.
and you don't have to do anything
Dude,
like
I'm
that.
telling
ever.
you, if Netflix calls tomorrow and I get my special and I get all this money, it's just like, where do you want to go? By
Yeah.
yourself, or if you want me to come, I'll
Yeah,
go.
But if you want to go by yourself
Whatever
to
you want.
Cancun,
Yeah.
You're
What kind of men would you like waiting for you there? I'm in Hollywood right now. Who's your number one? Who's your like free pass?
and honey, that's an NQA. And it's a no questions asked situation.
We're only acronyms from here on out.
NQA, baby.
So I end up meeting a couple urologists in the hospital. They're bringing these people around to like talk to me about what's going on, and they're like, "You're not."
Were
gonna
you
be
able to get
pass
up and
this."
walk around at the hospital?
No, I wasn't walking at this point. I was able to. I just refused.
So they carried me to the...
Move my legs, like that kid in the Secret Garden.
Yeah. What a reference.
So I'm telling you, man, I'm different now.
Yeah, you're different. You watch movies now.
Now I watch movies, and I remember them. I go back in time and watch movies now.
Because of this, you remember every movie you saw. Even the ones you slept through.
Yeah. By the way, this is what happened in Superman Homecoming.
I can't wait. Tony Raviolori was in that.
I had a lovely time with him at your birthday.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Him and Zoya hit it off. So that's Zoya's free pass. So
Tony's in Cancun with Zoya right now.
And that's an NQA.
That's an NQA.
So they
Urologist.
introduced me to this hotshot, very attractive urologist.
Man.
And looked a little bit like Mike Costa.
Oh, wow.
And
80s Mike Costa?
I think that's his name, Mike Costa.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna. That's where I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. All right.
So he comes in and he's like, "Hey, I'm this hotshot doctor. What we're gonna do is we're gonna we need to relieve. So the stone is blocking and kidney is dilated because stuff's backing up. And he's like, it's good that you're urinating and stuff like that. I wasn't like completely blocked up, but we need to like relieve the pressure and we need to let some of this through or whatever. So we're gonna put a stent in. So." And I saw your eye involuntarily react to that.
Oh, man.
And you need to tell me if you want to hear the rest of the story. Because it's all like, it's all real. And just know that like today, as we sit here and talk to you, I sit here and talk to you. I don't know why I turned into multiple people.
You could say we because the podcast listener.
We, yeah. As we're all talking to you, this is, as of 2 hours ago, I'm good. As of like 2 hours ago, for the first time in a month.
No way.
So the end of this has a good ending.
Okay.
And I'm good and I'm healthy, knock on wood. And it literally didn't end until about 5 hours ago.
Jesus Christ.
So
that's 9 p.m. CT.
9 p.m. Christmas time.
Wait a minute.
Not to be confused with CE the day prior.
Christmas Eve time. CET.
Christmas extraterrestrial.
E.T. the Christmas extraterrestrial. That would have been the Christmas special.
Really messed up. They missed out on that.
I think you're going to need to talk about what a stent is.
No problem. A stent is, it looks like it's a rubber tube, right?
Did you know what it was when he said you're going to need a stent? Okay.
I'm learning.
Okay.
As he's talking about, here's what this is, and now it needs to go inside of you.
Did he seem really like, here's what we got to do, man?
No.
was just very
Good
much-
doctors don't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Good bedside manner. Like nurses will do that because they don't have to do anything. They're not going to hurt you. They're just
Right.
there to make you comfortable.
Right.
So they'll sympathize with you. Doctors like, hey, guess what is going to happen to you?
You think he got some kind of pleasure out of it?
But here is what I think a lot of times, and I do this too, and I'm going to try not to do this in the future, but we get really caught up on the procedure or the operation or whatever it is, but the outcome of that is being better.
Right.
And there's nothing better than that.
And sometimes it's like whatever it takes.
Yeah.
You got to get there.
And
That's what terrifies me.
that's why we talked about the pain so much, because it's not just like, this is so far beyond like you take 3 Advil PMs and then you don't feel much.
Yeah.
This is
This
light
is like
years beyond that.
Right.
This is very, really and truly, morphine doesn't work at all. Morphine is children's Tylenol to the pain that I had.
So this is like in those 1800s movies when they're like sawing dudes' legs off.
Yeah, and they're okay with
Yeah.
it. They're like, yeah, just give me a whiskey and a belt.
Yeah.
And I'll be fine.
Yeah. Before you tell everyone what a stint is, let's get this ad out of the way.
You know where we get our stents.
I'm sorry if I blew that right at you.
Certainly did.
That's going to be a lot of sourdough pretzel and cookie air. Guys, we want to thank our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club, today. Dollar Shave Club, of course, is a wonderful club that you can join. But before I get into who exactly they are, let me ask you this. If you ever shower or brush your teeth or try to make your hair look presentable, I got news for you guys. Dollar Shave Club has a lot of that stuff to help you out. They've got everything you need to look, feel, and smell your best. And they've got everything you need to get ready in the bathroom before you go out and have your amazing day. It's much more than just razors, guys. That's right, because they deliver everything you need to look, feel, and smell your best. You name it: shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, hair gel, even a wipe that'll leave your tush feeling tingly clean.
Don't just breeze over that part.
No, I won't.
Those are life-changing.
They really are. It's like, if you don't want a bidet, if you don't have a bidet, this is the way.
There's aloe vera in the butt wipes.
Yeah.
And so they make your butt feel like it's been eating mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Which is what your butt needs and wants. I really like their shave, their, what do they call that?
Butter?
The shave butter? Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the shave butter.
Mm-hmm.
I use it down here on my when I want to take care of business.
Yeah.
TCB, like Elvis.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I love their lavender cleanser, body cleanser for the shower. It smells good. It feels good. I feel like a clean person. I don't feel like a goddamn trash man.
Looking for a spigot.
All of Dollar Shave Club's products are made with top shelf ingredients that won't break your budget. You'll feel the difference. Plus, shipping is free with your membership. So guys, here's a great way to try a bunch of Dollar Shave Club's products. For just $5, you can get their daily essential starter set. Comes with body cleanser, one wipe Charlie's, their amazing butt wipes, their world famous shave butter, which I talked about, and their best razor, the 6-blade executive. And you can keep the blades coming. The 6-blade executive.
That's
yeah.
great.
Who's gonna play that one? Is that Dwayne the Rock
The
Johnson?
6th grade executive. Alec Baldwin.
The 6th grade executive. You can keep the blades coming for a few more bucks a month, guys, and add in shampoo, toothpaste, or anything else you need. Check it all out at dollarshaveclub.com/banter. That's dollarshaveclub.com/banter. Thank you so much, Dollar Shave Club. We love you.
Thank you. Big fan. These people just want you to look and smell good.
That's it. And they'll make a buck on the side, but you're going to smell good, and you're going to feel good, and it's better shit than what you get at the goddamn trash store.
A stent is basically a rubber tube, right? Looks like a wire. Looks kind of like this, but a little thinner.
Okay.
And it's looped at 2 ends. And that's designed to go into your uterus, which is the little tube that brings... I'm telling you, it gets worse.
It brings the pee-pee right out.
It brings the pee-pee to the pee-pee house. It goes from pee-pee factory, highway, pee-pee house. So what it does is those rounded parts kind of ease open the tube a little bit, and they give you more room. And the second he put that, when I came out of surgery, so I had to go into surgery, and I was...
What was the surgery for?
To put the stent in.
There's a surgery to put the stent in?
How do you think the stent gets in? Do you think they wish it in?
I thought it was
Do you
just
think
like...
they're like, okay, stent, do...
I thought it was one of those things where they just lube you up and they do a little push in.
No, they put you out because that would be a horrible experience.
Right.
Because it doesn't... it goes right up to your kidney. You know, it's not like it... Like if you have a catheter or whatever, they put a tube into your bladder.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, when I was in Encino, I was like, they were like, we need you to pee so we know that you're not completely blocked up. And I was like, no, I could pee, don't worry. And then I couldn't for a long time. And they were like, well, we're going to have to give you a catheter. And I said, absolutely not. So now they think I'm a drug addict who's like refusing. You don't know, I know.
Yeah.
I saw Grey's Anatomy. So
Grey's Anatomy.
So this hotshot doctor puts me under, and he's I want to put this.
Do they cut you open for this?
No, there's no.
Oh, so it just goes right straight up the tube.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to be under for this.
You gotta
'cause
be
it's
under.
An absolutely unpleasant experience.
Yes. So good and the bad here, right? What do you want first?
Yeah. Give me the. Oh fuck. Give me the bad so we can. Get
It's
to
gonna
the
get worse regardless. This is just for this section.
Oh my god! All right, give me the bad.
So the bad news is when they're placing the stent, they push the kidney stone back into the kidney.
Because it's in there. So they push it up the tube.
It's on the highway, so now you're bringing bulldozers up and you're pushing it back.
Well,
in
why
the
not
tube.
go in there with some little tweezy boys and just pluck the fucker out?
See, this is where I get a little whatever. Because normally what will happen is they'll go in with the same apparatus. The thing they put it in with has like a camera on it.
Oh, so you can go into the tube.
Yeah. And that thing also has like a little arm or a little net that comes and like grabs the stone. It gets fat. This whole thing gets fascinating.
Is this
as well.
still the bad?
No, the bad thing is that they pushed it.
Oh, they
back
push
in.
your stone back in.
They pushed the stone back into the kidney. Dude, I can't wait until this story
You
is
made
on
all that
the
progress.
Fine Brothers react. Teenagers react to Mike Falzone's kidney
Watch
stone.
Emma Blackery react to Mike Falzone's.
Watch attractive teenagers.
Watch Rebecca Black react to Mike Falzone.
So
You did
and
all
I'm
that
out-
work,
I'm
and they're
out
pushing
during
you
this.
back in.
Yeah, well, what is work? Praying and drinking water
Yeah, but being in that pain.
on drugs. So they do that, and the thing that I'm confused about is why they didn't like try to grab it then and get it out. And I think it's because they pushed it and it was to a point where they couldn't get it.
Okay.
So that's what happened there.
Did they? Oh, yeah. Okay. Just
Here's the good news. When they placed the stent, I'm thinking further down the line. When they placed the stent,
man.
it was like pain was relieved. And what hurts about the kidney stone is when it goes, like I said before, from the kidney to the ureter, it wasn't there anymore. And I had this thing giving me relief and pressure relief on my kidney and stuff like that. So I felt great.
So you woke up and there was no pain, really?
No pain. I felt like a
Perfect.
new person. They're like, you have this, and this needs to come out sometime within the next 12 weeks, 3 months, 12 weeks.
Oh, man.
So, and they're like, we couldn't get it, but when they go, this is what they told me. When they go in to get the stent, they'll take care of you're going to have what they call a lithotripsy. And this is the third time I heard this word.
Oh, man.
Because I had heard this word earlier in Encino. They said they might have to give you a lithotripsy. And then I asked what that was, and I'm on a lot of drugs by this point. And then they tell me what that is, and I think in my head and my heart, I definitely don't want that. And then I put it out of my head.
Even drugged up, you knew you didn't want it.
Oh, yeah. So
Oh, fuck.
a lithotripsy, and this starts the fascinating part.
I gotta say, lithotripsy sounds like a cute little like anime character.
Yeah, they send a garden nymph into you.
And it
they're
sings the
Go
whole
get your
time.
stone. I'm gonna get the stone. So that's like the little 5-hour energy guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so lithotripsy
The Noid.
is they go in you with that machine with the camera on it, but that camera also has a laser beam. Right? And so this is what they could do now. So essentially, if you're good at video games, you can go in, search around a little while, like those rescuers are searching for the kids who are caught in that cave. It's exactly the same thing.
Or like a Magic School Bus episode.
Magic School Bus is the cartoon version of the kids in the cave. So they go in and they find the stone and they could like pinpoint it and they could shoot it with this laser and then it becomes sand and you don't have to pass it.
Oh my goodness,
And
this
then
sounds like a dream.
You pee sand. That is the dream. So
Always wanted a piece of it.
always wanted to pee sand. They said when it comes time when you have to get the stent out, you'll have that and then they'll put in another stent and you'll be done with it.
They'll put in another stint?
So I finally get to go home. And when I left the hospital, I knelt down and I kissed the ground.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm outside. It was the same as the first time 8 years ago I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
2 IVs in both arms. And at one point they couldn't like find a vein.
Ugh.
And they had like
Nightmares.
those poor nurses were coming in and like not doing good things to my vein, like blowing up my veins.
Oh,
and
no.
my veins were like retracting away from needles.
They were scared.
and stuff like that. And it was bad and it was painful. And I remember
Jesus Christ.
I grabbed Zoe at one point and I just started crying profusely.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm so depressed and I'm so sorry that I have to put any of you through this, you know? So
Oh man.
here is where I keep saying I'm different now
Yeah.
as like a joke, but once in a while I think you have things happen to you, and I think
Yeah.
all of these things are combining into one life experience,
Yeah.
and you're just different, and you have less of a filter, and you see the world differently, and it kind of reinvigorated this love and passion and appreciation I had for life after, you know, all those years ago.
Which you had a lot of already.
Already had a lot of,
Yeah.
but you can
More
always
than a
use a
lot of-
reminder because you get further and further away from that experience.
Sure.
I remember, dude, after I got out of the hospital the first time, I was like legit smelling flowers every time I saw a flower that I liked. I was like, nothing's more important than going over here and knowing what this flower smells like. Sounds ridiculous until something
No,
like
but
this
it makes
happens.
perfect sense. Yeah.
So all the while, I have a close personal friend who happens to be a urologist in a different part of Connecticut.
Okay.
So they send me home, and I'm like, listen.
Did you have the stint still in you?
Yeah. You have to.
Oh, my
And they're like,
God.
you could fly with a stent. You could. He kept saying, the hotshot doctor kept saying, like, I've sent people around the world with a stent. And I was like, that's a weird thing.
Can I?
That's a weird, like,
The stent,
you
Howard.
don't play tennis. I could send somebody around the world. I'll do it right now.
I'll send you around the world right now with a stent.
But it's like you
Even
get it
if you
in,
don't need it.
You get it in to relieve you, and then it just has to come out sometime within the next like 3 months.
Give me a couple of. Can I just give you a checklist of things that I'd like to know are capable while you have a stint inside of your good stuff?
Yes, and then keep in mind that we are 75% of the way through the story.
Okay, and you know what? We're gonna keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
We're about 50% of the way through the story. Also, so I'll go, here's how your life is different with a stint. There are two different types. This is very important. One, I'm going to tell you about right now, and another one I'm going to tell you about in a minute.
Oh boy.
The stint that I had is just the tube and nothing else. It's just in you, and then they put you out, and they go in and get it when you're done. That's one of them.
Okay.
And it sleeping wasn't real comfortable, and it's mostly fine. You just feel a little bit stiff.
Oh man.
And peeing sucks, not like it just sucks. It's just like an irritation. It's not a pain.
It just doesn't
it's
feel
not.
right.
I kept thinking, going along with the appreciation thing, I'm like, nothing has felt since the stint. Nothing has felt close to as bad as all the original kidney stuff did, or before they can get the pain under control. Any kind of like weird irritation or stiffness, or like, oh, I didn't sleep that well that night, paled in comparison to how bad the pain was for this other stuff. So I have this friend, Dr. Steve, we'll call him, and he's a urologist.
I hope you like this guy.
He's a great guy.
Okay, good.
I was like, what are the chances that you could help me and that we can get an operation done sometimes before I go home, you know?
Because you want it done.
Yeah. And he's like, I would absolutely love to do it, but insurance, that could be a whole different podcast that I never want to have or do or listen to. But insurance fucks so much shit up. And they're like, we really can't do it unless it's an emergency. So I explained all this other stuff. He was like, I'll call you if I have an opening and we'll see where you're at. So we were supposed to fly back on the 20th. He calls me on the 19th and he's like, I could fit you in tomorrow if you come in through the emergency room. And so we go in and I'm like, Zoya's packing for our trip. And I'm like, Zoya, you got to call the Alaska Air or whatever it was and cancel our trip. That was a whole other thing.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of money.
Lost out on hundreds of dollars, even with a doctor's note. So as I'm telling her this, I go into the bathroom at her mom's house, and I go to the bathroom, and it's like all blood. And it's like not great. I don't want to freak you out.
No, I know this. I know this.
Eventually, it's a good.
I know.
You know?
Dude, don't worry about me. I'm just reacting. I'm so sad for you. That's all.
That's okay.
I'm just feeling for you because I know what it's like to pee blood, and it's a goddamn nightmare.
It's really one of the most alarming things I've ever heard, And Steve was like, sometimes it's bad, but sometimes people freak out because a couple drops of blood could look like, something way different. But anyway, that happened. We went in through the emergency room, and he's like, I could give you this procedure. I can give you this lithotripsy. We're going to do it. Don't eat anything after midnight. Let's go.
You'll be a gremlin if you do.
You'll be a gremlin, and then we can't get in there at all because their pee holes are so small.
Right.
Everybody knows that. So I go in. I'm fucking crazy nervous by this point.
Of course.
Because you can imagine, like, I was fine a week ago, and I was looking forward to going to VidCon, and I was looking forward to seeing my mom for her I keep wanting to call it a graduation party, for her retirement party. My whole family came over. Luckily, I was good for one night, and I hung out with all of them, and it was amazing. And I think that's God, but we could talk about that in a different podcast as well. So I'm like, as a man, I'm like, so much shit has been done. I've been in so much pain, and now I got to go through this operation, and I'm fucking terrified.
Sure.
And he's like, don't be terrified. I'm going to take good care of you. So I go in, they put me under. I ask everybody in the hospital if I'm going to be asleep for this procedure. I'm asking like the admin people, like the people at the front desk.
You're asking like the janitor?
Okay, name and birthday. Before we get there, can I ask you if I'm going to be asleep when they shoot space-time lasers in my dick? Please tell me.
Star Wars. They're going to take gun from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And they're going to shoot him up.
So I go from checking in to the emergency room to the operating table in record time.
Great. Does this have anything to do with your friend, or is it because that's great? That's so awesome.
It's it's a good human being trying to do something good for us
and help a friend. Yeah.
In an emergency situation.
Is he getting an edible arrangement or?
That was the first joke I made. Is we got to send him an edible arrangement. How about just the bouquet of strawberries?
What if we give him a bouquet made of melon?
I'm sure he'd appreciate that and all the work he did inside my dick.
Sure.
So,
were you worried about your friends seeing your dick at all?
Nah, no. It just made for good jokes. You should ask Zoya about. I had some good jokes, and they'll all go to waste.
People are grabbing your dick. And
everyone I talk to, every nurse, every doctor I talk to, I got at least one good one in there.
I can't
and
wait.
I made everybody laugh. There was this one doctor.
At least
who
you were
came
still in high spirits.
Here's another part of the Bridgeport thing before we get to this secondary hospital. Here's where it starts to get scary again. They thought that I had a blood clot. And they, like the first time. And if that goes into your lungs or your brain or an end organ, you're
good
just
night,
like,
Irene.
Yeah. So this is where Elliot's like, as bad as he was making it sound or might have made it sound, this is where he's right.
Oh, shit.
This is where he's justified.
Oh, fuck.
So they go in.
We were at VidCon, I think.
When he was telling you about this thing? Yeah. First couple hours of VidCon, I was still in a hospital. Anyway, so I get this doctor, and it turns out that it wasn't, but it's something else, and he's testing like neurological things. So he's doing this to me. And he's just saying, do this back to me. Lobster hand, 2 lobster hands like the chicken dance.
Yeah.
And we're looking in each other's eyes, and he's like looking for something specific.
Do the fun part of the chicken dance for me for 3 minutes.
Do the part everybody knows before the wiggle. And there's just silence, and we're just looking at each other. And he's another very good looking man. And I said, is one of us supposed to fly away at some point? So one of the many, many good jokes I had.
Very good.
So blah, blah, blah. I'm at this other hospital. I'm on the operating table. It's like an experience, like no other experience I've ever had, to have like a friend operate on you. And he's talking to me like a buddy. And he's like, dude, you're going to be okay. you're going to be good. I'm going to take care of you. I do 5 of these a day.
And you felt more comfortable.
And he's like, I warmed up on the first 2. No rust.
Did
whatsoever.
he really do some earlier?
He's a surgeon.
That's his
dude.
job.
He does 5 a day.
And he's a urologist.
Yeah. He's a dick guy.
He's a dick man.
My friend Steve, he's a dick guy.
He's a dick man.
And he's a beautiful man. And
a dick guy.
And that's what it says on his business card.
That's what his license plate says.
Dick guy.
Dick.
So I come out of surgery, and he's like, "We got it." And I said, Zoya is like, "Tell me everything. Did you take a video of it? Can I see it?
Can we put
Is
it
it
on
going to be
YouTube?
on Dr. Pimple Popper?"
Can you put it on Mike in the morning?
So he tells her everything. He's like, "We go in, and there's we saw it," and he draws us a fucking diagram. And this is where it gets fascinating again. He's like, "We put the tube with the laser in, and we're looking all around for it." And this is when he was like, "We think Bridgeport pushed it back in because it went into the kidney, and then it like fell into a precipice where you can't get it. It went like in a cul-de-sac, right?" So this dude,
It hit in the alley while the
it hit
cops
in the
came
alley
by.
like a piece of shit.
Like the cops showed up and he ran into the dumpster.
So this dude puts this wire up, right? And he goes looking for it. He finds it, takes the little mesh basket out of the wire, grabs it, brings it to a place where he can assault it with a laser beam and incinerates it.
So this is like a cool video game.
He's my savior. He's my savior.
He turned into a little man and went into your penis
into my penis.
and had a battle with a kidney stone.
And he won, dude.
Yeah, and he caught it in a basket like a fisherman catching krill. Like
I'm so happy that ended with krill. That's the best possible ending. So I'm a shill for that krill.
Take a krill pill and have our favorite krill.
So I'm like tears happy by this point. And I'm coming out of Anesthesia, which is my favorite Disney book.
The book is so much more violent than the cartoon.
and a lot more dick stuff in the cartoon. And the nurse comes over and she's like, "You want some graham crackers and juice?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want graham. Thank you so much." And like the appreciation's starting to come back and everything is beautiful. And he's like, "Dude, we got it." And he explains how he did all this shit and he draws the diagram. And he's like, "So protocol is you put another stent in, right?" So I'm thinking in my this is where it gets crazy. Like in my in my mind, this is the part I've left out for 2 weeks. In my mind, I got the stent in, which unfortunately means, and this is kind of the feeling all month, there's always something else. In Encino or in Sherman Oaks, I pain was under control, but there's always something else because there's no urologist. I got to go somewhere else and start it again. I go to Encino, and there's nothing they can do for me, and now I got to get on a plane. So I have pain meds, but there's always something else. Plane ride was that next thing. Waking up the next day was that next thing. Then my mom's party and all this shit. And I go to Bridgeport, and I have 3 terrible days at Bridgeport, and I'm like, living hour to hour, and how much on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I hurt this hour?
And you're in and out of hospitals.
In and out of hospitals, and now I have this stint, but I still have the stone, so what was the point of everything? And there's always something else. Then Steve calls me, and he's like, "We can fix this." And that could be it, I thought.
Tom Cruise, he came in like a hero.
I'm Tom Cruise before all the Scientology stuff, and I could fix this. So he does it, and he's like, protocol is we have another stent in. So immediately my happiness kind of dials down a little bit, and I'm like, same old feeling. I'm like, thank God it's gone. That's amazing. You would describe a miracle, but there's something else down the line. There's always something else.
Yeah, of course.
So he goes, "Yeah, but this stint, normally you have a stint for like 12, anywhere between 1 and 12 weeks. This can come out like as soon as you get home. You need to find a urologist and take this out on like Wednesday, the Wednesday after VidCon."
Did I hang out with you with a stent inside of you?
It is, let me finish. And he goes, "This is remember I told you there were 2 kinds of stents?"
Yeah.
You want to know what number 2 is?
Yeah.
Number 2 has a string attached to it. And that string goes from the stent and comes out of you and is taped to your skin.
No.
Yes. I had that at
You
VidCon.
were a drawstring toy.
I was
You had that at VidCon?
a Norwegian jumping jack
Where,
wooden toy.
Pull the thing and your
Yeah.
hands and arms go up.
We'll put a graphic up.
Wait a minute.
I was incredibly uncomfortable.
You've got to be kidding me.
Not kidding.
Mike, I'm so fucking sorry.
It's Steve, I love you like a brother. The story's not even over yet. We're about 80% through the story. So I'm like, thank you so much for everything you've done. You've given me a sentence, a fear sentence. So now I'm like, I'm any other guy.
Are you going to explain what the string is for?
Yeah,
Okay,
for
okay,
removal.
okay. The string? Oh, because... Okay, just go. We'll talk about... This is for us later.
The string is how you get it out.
So why? Why does that one have a string but the other one doesn't?
Because the other one requires a surgery to go get. They need to put you out. It's a very invasive thing. This thing, you can go home and you can remove it yourself if need be.
Did you remove it yourself?
Zoya, learning about the string, says, when can I pull the string?
And will a bell ring when I do it?
And will his arms and legs go up like he's on a Christmas tree?
Will it be fun?
CT. I say, absolutely not. And he's like, dude, if you can't find a urologist within the next week and a half, Zoya's pulling the string. I'll be on FaceTime with Zoya, and I will teach her how to do this. My mom had this. I never knew my mom had this because both of my parents get kidney stones. And so she's like, please, she called me at VidCon. Because at VidCon, I'm on a mixture of pain pills and other pills that are just specifically for certain things because I'm just in pain and uncomfortable. And all this shit. And I'm stressing out and I have this fear that I'm going to be candid. I have a string hanging out of me.
Yeah, man.
I'm not. And
you're not at 100%.
Sometimes it gets caught on clothes.
Oh, no.
And I'm everything hurts and everything is uncomfortable. And there were times, God bless Megan Tonjes for hanging out with me. God bless Elliot for hanging out with me in the room. Because there were times when I was I would text them and be let's go get breakfast or whatever. And then I'd be I would take 3 steps out of my room and it would be too painful. And I would have to go back and take a pain pill and be if you don't want to hang out in my room, I get it, but I'm going to be in my room for the next
Jesus
6
Christ.
hours. I didn't see any of the exhibit floor. I don't know how Flula's doing. I didn't see any.
You didn't get a YouTube t-shirt?
I didn't get one YouTube t-shirt. I did. As soon as I checked in, I ran into Bo Burnham.
Oh, that's cool.
And
at VidCon?
Yeah.
The hell's he doing there?
He did some talk with Grace.
Oh.
And he was like, what's up, man? How's it going? And I was like, dude, I've never met you in person before, but I'm a big fan of yours. And it's really nice to see you like this. And he's like, dude, I know who you are. I've seen you around forever.
Oh, shit.
So Bo Burnham,
Jesus Christ,
knows who I am.
Really?
And so he's like, how you doing? I haven't, whatever. And I said, well, I just came from kidney surgery, just now. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And we had this whole talk. And that was the first person I saw.
Did you tell me you had a string coming out of your penis?
I didn't say that to anyone for a couple days until this podcast.
Oh, my God.
So I'm at VidCon. I actually have a great time at VidCon despite being physically uncomfortable. That our comedy show was fucking awesome.
Perfect.
And Ian Doki filmed it, and he told me he'd have it for me 2 days ago, and then he ghosted me. So I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Well, he
there.
skipped the country.
Well, I'm going to need that footage. So, where am I?
You're at VidCon.
So I come home from VidCon, and every day it's uncomfortable because I have this thing, and because of not being able, dude, this is where I'll skip forward because insurance fucked a bunch of things up, and then I need a referral from this person to even see a urologist for one visit before they can even remove the thing. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, I can call Steve right now and he could tell Zoya how to do it and this could all be over. But I'm like, if anything goes wrong, I'm just in my fucking 1-bedroom apartment bathroom with my wife, and we're not prepared for an emergency situation. Zoya's chomping at the bit to pull this string out.
She wants to pull it.
Meanwhile, like, I can't like sleep comfortably next to my wife in bed because I'm like this. And this goes on for like another, how long has it been since VidCon? Week and a half?
Yeah, maybe more.
So this is every waking moment until 1 o'clock today. Here's my least favorite part of the story because it's fresh. I end up finally getting an appointment through my terrible insurance with this urologist. Old Jewish man in a terrible part of town, exactly what your doctor should be. It's what every pediatrician I've always had. Worst part of town, old Jewish doctor in the worst part of town. And they're a different breed, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so good.
And they tell good jokes.
They
and
tell
stuff.
good jokes, and they don't like coddle you at all.
No.
But they have so much knowledge that the knowledge confronts you,
Right.
comforts you,
And confronts you.
and confronts you in the face. So I'm in there, and I'm thinking, I have the biggest stress headache from fear, and my teeth are clenched, and I'm just like, I need this out of me because of like a risk of infection and how uncomfortable it's been.
Sure.
And I'm like, I've feared this day, and then I put it out of my mind, and I had a bunch of great stand-up shows, and I did all these things, and I was able to distract myself. But like I always knew there was that one more thing coming, and today's the day, psyching myself up. I filled out all this stuff. I go up to the window, and they're like, well, we can't remove it today. You know that. And meanwhile, this is like, I took a pain pill, took a $30 Uber or Lyft to this place, used my code. and I'm like, it's just, again, it's like whatever is, it's getting me to the next thing. And so they're thinking the whole time that this is stent number one type number one. So I'm like, listen, this is what happened. And they were very nice. They were like, we were on the phone with your shitty insurance for so long, and they didn't get back to us, and they haven't pushed through the authorization code, and we're waiting for the code. And then the operator tells us that her systems are down. And I'm like, dude, first of all, strong bad. Don't work in something important like insurance. If you're in fucking health insurance or the DMV, or you're a cop or something, why do you not have the best fucking computer that exists?
Right.
I digress. So I'm like, I'm begging them. I'm like, listen, this can't go on for another day. It's already like a week after the doctor who put it in said it should come out. I'm afraid of infection. I'm afraid of like, this is where it's getting super personal. And this is where the filter comes down.
Do it,
you know
baby.
how you wake up with a beignet every morning?
Of course.
Excruciating pain. I would wake up at 2 o'clock every morning with a beignet, humble brag, and I would be in excruciating pain until it went away, just because of how nature works.
Oh my fucking God.
Sorry you all had to think about my beignet.
And that was for like a whole week, basically?
At least, yeah. Over a week. Over 10 days. Every day for over 10 days. Haven't thought about anything sexual in 3 weeks.
Of course not.
So,
So you're at I'm
I'm
Jewish
talking to this
place.
dude, and I'm in the waiting room, and I'm like, so what's gonna happen? Could today be the consultation at least? And he's like, yeah, he's gonna see you and he's gonna talk to you. And I see him through the window, and he's like, dude, you're a young guy. This will take like 5 seconds, and then we'll schedule for you to come in and get this thing out. And I get called into his office, and I'm sitting down. And he's like, okay, tell me about yourself. And I started telling him all the normal stuff, like this is my family history, this is what I'm allergic to, this is my birthday, all this shit. And then I start getting into like the psychological aspects of what I've been through. I'm like, I've been through so much, blah, blah, blah. I tell him the whole story in a very truncated, because his time is worth more because he's a doctor.
Did you tell him about me and Dynamic Banter?
I told him about going back to Cloverfield.
Did you tell him how we met?
I told him that SourceFed was actually picking up a lot of steam before it got sold off. I told him about how I miss Candace because we don't work together anymore. We don't talk as friends. So he says what's up to Candace. We put her on,
on Instagram.
So we're doing all this stuff, and I'm getting into like the emotional part of it, and I'm like, doctor, I got this goddamn string hanging out of me, and I just want it to be over, and I just need to be okay for the first time in a month. And he's like, oh, it's a string? Stand up. And I was like, everything hit me at once. I'm like, oh boy, it's happening.
This is it
right now. So,
oh no,
this is where good Jewish doctor comes in and is very frank and is more hilarious than I'll ever be. So he's like, I know you're afraid of this. If I could hold your hand and do it at the same time, I would do it. But physically, it's impossible. And I was like, this guy's good.
That's good, yeah.
So he's like, come up here and lay down. So I pull my pants down and I lay down. Also, urologist is like, the introduction of your dick to a stranger is 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds.
Is it the quickest you've ever showed someone your penis?
Quickest I've ever showed anyone my penis for any reason.
Yeah.
I've had gorgeous girls over the course of my lifetime being like, it's time to go. And
Pull
I'm
it
still
out.
like, well, why don't you give me a second? This guy's like,
I
pull
want to know
down your
your
pants. And
sign
I'm like,
first.
whew. It made a sound. It made a cartoon sound.
Of course it did. Slide whistle sound.
Boy,
I wish I had it.
Horn. So he's like, come up here and lay down on the table. We're going to take the tape off and I'm going to take it out for you and this will all be over. And I'm like, listen, I need to tell you that I've been afraid of this for about a month now. And I'm so afraid. And I think I'm laying down and my pants are down and he's like untaping my wiener. And I mean, my never mind. He's untaping my wiener like we're on CT or Hanukkah. And
he's trimming the tree.
He's trimming the tree, all the dressings. And I'm like, before he does it, I'm like, I think I need to like stand up. I think I'll be more comfortable if we stand up. He goes, I doubt it. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your hands, you're going to interlock them like this, and you're going to pull as hard as you possibly can. And when I say breathe in or breathe out, you breathe out. And he goes, you ready? I said, yes.
Oh my fucking God.
He goes, here we go. Breathe out. So I breathe out and I pull on my own hands as hard as I possibly can. And he, you ever seen like a weed whacker? You ever start up a weed whacker?
With the little plastic tubes on them?
You know how you start like a lawnmower?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or
Like
one
a
of those,
chainsaw?
one of those
A
big heavy Russian tops that you pull the string and the big 3-pound top goes for like a day and a half. Like Inception.
Yes.
So he did that. He removed the string.
Just in one go?
It was I had my eyes my eyes were different
Behind
than
blue
where
eyes?
the action was coming from.
So you didn't see really anything.
It felt like two just continuous. First question Zoya asked was, did he do it slow? Because I thought this whole time, I asked my mom how long it took. I'm asking Steve. I'm asking all these people, and they're like, I don't know, like 2 minutes, minute and a half. If you count out a minute and a half or 2 minutes, that's a long time.
That's too long to take a thing out of your Johnson.
Yeah, but the way I'm thinking of it, it's like an ease out type situation, and you feel it move through, and then it's everyone kept saying it doesn't hurt. It's just the weirdest thing you'll ever feel. And like, I'm smart enough and creative enough to be able to like picture it, you know?
Sure.
And so he did it like way faster than I was expecting. And then he goes, I was like breathing hard and my eyes were shut and my hand was on my head and there was all this relief. Like everything that's happened to me for the past 2.5, 3 weeks is over and it's all over. And I'm fine. Like I begged God to be a normal person again. Yeah. And like it hit me and I was like, I'm a normal person again. And I have my eyes shut and he's like, here's the stent. Here's what it looks like. And I was just like, without even opening my eyes, like put it wherever you got to put it. Just
you didn't want to see it.
Get it away. I've already seen one. I've already had one in me. So they show you before. They're like, this is going in you. I'm old buddies with it. It's an old hat. And I'm like, put it wherever you got to put it. Get it away from me. I'm done. I'm done with all this.
You didn't want to keep it?
No. I made you a necklace.
Put it in a shadow box?
Yeah. What if the first thing I did when I came in here was say I made you a bracelet and I put it on you?
Yeah, and then I had no idea what it was.
See,
and that's the reveal.
That's the good version of the
That's the
story.
stint. Put it in a shadow box though with some potpourri on the bottom.
That would be beautiful. Hang it upside down until it dries out. So that is what happened. That's what happened. That's everything.
Did he really yank it the fuck out?
It didn't, Steve. It was between. It was just continuous and it felt fast. A yank, it didn't feel like a yank, but it as close to a yank as it could possibly be and still leave like your organs intact. It was.
How long
and
was
again,
this stint?
What is this?
I'd say that's
6,
like
7
6 or
inches?
7 inches, yeah.
Because it runs up your entire ureter to your kidney.
Yeah.
And it stops at your bladder. And I've never felt anything like that before in my life. Top 3, if not number 1 weirdest.
Next to just coming. Coming feels weird too.
Coming feels like sneezing or yawning.
Penis sneezes.
Something that you're incredibly comfortable with and looking forward to. Like a.
I'm just saying the
sneeze.
first time you came must have been a weird experience.
Yeah, I'd put that at number like 6 now.
But this is number 1.
This is
This is
number
top
1 or number
3.
2 for
Yeah.
sure. I was trying to think back to like surgery things, and the first time I felt morphine was like unlike anything. It's the first time I've ever identified with a drug addict. Like
Yeah.
I don't condone anything that you do, but I get it.
Yeah.
You know, this would be a hard thing because I was always like, how the fuck could any human being put a needle in their arm
Yeah.
and want to do that
Willingly, yeah.
until they lose everything? And then I felt what it feels like when somebody's in. When I was always in a great deal of pain, and I was like, oh, I get it. It's a very weird, unnatural
And
thing,
it's
but
you
it takes
wanna
you to a
feel
different
something,
place.
yeah.
But you know, and
So he
another
pulled
thing,
it out and that was it?
and that was it. And he's like, "You're done." And like I had this, I was still in the terrible part of town, but I had this like relief and this great appreciation, and like I feel like a regular person for the first time in a month.
How long ago was that? That was today?
That was today at probably like yank was probably at 1:45.
Because you were texting me, I'm going to be a normal human being after today.
Yeah,
Like, we were talking about recording Dynamic Banter this week,
yeah,
and you were like, after Thursday, I'm going to be so good.
yeah.
Well, we got to, should we go get some steaks or something? What do you want to do?
Okay, I'll do whatever
We
you
should
want.
celebrate.
I just want to live life. I just want to live it. I want to live every day like it's the last day. And it's the most cliche thing, but it comes from a bunch of people who have had experiences like this.
Sure, sure.
And it's going to transfer over into my stand-up and comedy and way that I go about business things and personal relationships. And I'm just very happy, and I'm very like, these things happen. And the most important thing we have as a creative person is like a perspective and a point of view. And I think this was as important as all the first stuff that happened to me. And the first stuff that happened to me is like such a big chunk of why I am the way I am. And now things are just like, it's just like clear. Everything's clear. And the only thing that matters, and this is fun that we're doing it on the podcast, because I think about like all the joy that we bring to each other as friends and that we bring to other people. And then I think about all these stand-up shows and the people who come up after stand-up shows, and especially ones on the road, like in Portland, all the people that come up to me and tell me that they love Dynamic Banter in like fucking New York and come to Chicago. We listen to your fucking podcast all the time. The fact that we have that with people, with all the shit that's going on in the world, is there's nothing aside from family and Zoya. There's nothing more important.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Yeah, but we need to like. Well, there's no we.
No, you can
anymore.
we. You can
I
we.
mean, I would love to do anything and everything with you.
Yeah.
But it's my mission to just make people feel better than I've felt for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Until I'm
Because you don't
dead.
want anyone to have that.
I don't want anyone to have that. I want everything that I say that's supposed to be funny is designed to make you feel better than getting something yanked out of your dick.
That's wonderful.
So I was talking to Steve on the phone, and he was this is after
Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve, excuse me. this is a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about, me and how I'm doing. He's always checking up on me via text, and he's adorable like that. And I was like, how are you doing, man? It's like, how often does somebody fucking ask how you're doing? Like, are you okay? Because we're friends. Like, this goes both ways. And he went through a messy divorce a while ago. And he's telling me about these things, and he's telling me about some other stuff, and he's starting to get like not choked up, but he's his speech patterns changing a little bit. And there was one point where I was like, am I going too far with my urologist? And so I was like,
moving too fast.
Steve, you don't have to tell me any of these things if you don't want to. I just want you to know that you've been inside of my dick.
You can't get any closer than that.
So you could tell me anything.
You actually can't get any closer physically than inside your dick.
I think me and Dr. Steve are closer than me and Zoya.
Yeah.
And we're married.
I mean, you shared something with Dr. Steve that you will never share with your wife.
I mean, I just wish I could have been awake for it.
Mike.
So that's everything. That's literally everything. Another thing was I was so ashamed. Like, not ashamed, but just like, I was like, that's the weirdest shit. And I'm at VidCon and I'm around all these people and my friends and shit. And I'm like, I don't want to like give you the feeling I'm giving you now at this VidCon where everybody's just having a good time and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just be in pain by myself.
But it still ends with you being okay. And even then it would have been like, this is the last thing. And and like and that would like I mean, some of us can handle that, I think, and I appreciate not wanting to like bum up our VidCon
I don't want
or
to piss
whatever.
in the punch, Steve.
I get it, but like, dude, you are a beloved friend that I care very much about, and I would love to know. I mean, we had dinner together, and we saw each other a couple of times.
Terrible buffalo chicken
together, and we had dinner together, and and we ate sort of together at lunch at Red Robin. For a moment,
we ate in right close proximity.
Yeah. But and I saw you, and it was great, and you seemed fine. You hid your dark secret very well.
That's part of that pain tolerance I don't know about.
I get that. I mean, you definitely seemed like you were going through something, which I totally understood to a degree, but not to this.
Yeah, dude, I had
degree.
a fan come up to me before I went on with the stand-up show, the Friends and Friends show, and she was like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" And I was like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, I saw you on the panel the other day. You just didn't seem like yourself. And that fucking broke my heart, man.
Wow.
And it also sucked because I was hilarious on all the panels. And I was like, I'm killing it. Like, this is new me. I'm just in pain all the time. This is the new Mike.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm going through some health stuff right now, but I'm going to be all right. But I'm not like sad or anything. But I think the truth is that I was, especially in the hospital, I was severely depressed. Depressed.
Dude, I had moments during, not to make this about me all of a sudden, but to connect on that level with you, there were definitely moments where I was like, yeah, this I'm okay if I just like die right now. It's like
it's
so bad.
I feel like that thought would let a bunch of people down, but that's what pain. I had that thought in the hospital.
Yeah.
There were some nights in Bridgeport where like the night shift just didn't, you have to explain your whole situation to every nurse that comes in and what works and what doesn't work. And there wasn't super great communication between the day shift and the night shift. And there were points where my pain was so bad that I was thinking like, I've done a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, this is it.
I've worked with The Rock.
Yeah.
I moved across the country to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And I got to pay my rent, like making people happy.
You married a great woman.
I married a great woman. I have this beautiful family.
Yeah.
And like Zoya's going to be fine.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to meet someone real attractive.
Elliot.
Wish it wasn't Elliot. I just don't think they connect on a spiritual level. Physically, I think they'd be fine together.
Of course.
But
you were you were like, I'm good. Like, I'm ready to tap out.
I was like, Zoya's gonna make so much money off of whatever they make out of all the footage that I have at you.
Yeah. And
they're gonna stitch together a bunch of stand-up things that I have, and they're gonna give me a posthumous YouTube Red comedy special.
Posthumous.
And that's what it's gonna be called, posthumous.
Posthumous. Wow, that's so good.
And I'm going to be the Tupac of YouTube comedy.
Dude, no one's going to know why you died or who actually killed you, and then 17 years later they're going to finally find the person.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the pain associated with kidney stones, and I think like there was a guy who came in from the Rooster Teeth podcast guys, and who came in to talk to us, and he was telling us his kidney stone story. And this was back when I was the only one of our friends that had a kidney stone so far.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, I like couldn't piss. Like I just couldn't piss, and
All blocked up.
and he was like, I was so blocked up. And he said, then just one night I went to the bathroom, and it was like late at night, and he's like, and I like peed in the toilet, and then this sound.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Ding,
Ding.
ding, ding, ding.
And he was like, he still has it. And
Good.
it's like this
That's great.
big ass fucking rock. And so and that was the question everyone asked me when I said I passed 3
Are
kidney
you gonna
stones.
save it?
Yeah, they're like, well, did you see it, or how big was it? And it's like, I actually never saw
It's
mine.
not even about the.
It's not about the jury at all.
No.
But that guy saw it. So it's like no real kidney stone situation is probably the same.
No,
I mean, I'm
they're like
sure
snowflakes, baby.
it is like snowflakes. But I was trying to say that the pain that I felt was so bad that if like a Scientology like recruiter came to me and said, we'll make it so that you will never pass another kidney stone again in your life if you become like a huge Scientologist.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, where do I fucking sign?
What hashtag do you guys
Yeah,
use?
where do I fucking sign?
Yeah.
Because I don't, and that was the worst part about this whole experience was that my doctor was like, you're going to have them again. And when you do, you just go see your general doctor and it'll be fine, And it's
Well-
like, oh, cool, thanks, man.
I mean, there are ways that like you're predisposed to them, but I think there are like certain things you could do to like my doctor is predisposed to them, and he hasn't had one in like 20 years or something.
I've heard
like
that too. I've heard that too.
And if we could teach people at the end of this,
About how important water is. I'm drinking kombucha. This
drink
isn't-
water. I mean, that's good for you, I guess, but drink water all the time. Drink water all the time. If you're in school, be the person carrying a water bottle with you.
Be that person,
all
yeah.
the time. And then when your school bully starts to give you shit, stand up in the middle of class
And pee on him.
and pee in that person's mouth. And you're gonna get in a little bit of trouble, but you're gonna make a statement.
You're going to come out of it a bigger man.
Yeah.
You're right, though, about water. Like, drink it when you're not thirsty.
No, drink
Just
2 gallons of water a day.
Yeah, really. Really,
least.
that's the only way.
And keep yourself healthy, and it's with everything. Keep yourself. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Have you told Elliot this story? The full story?
He could listen to the podcast. It takes It took like an hour to tell.
Because I told Elliot mine, and then that guy from the Rooster was telling us his, and Elliot was just like, Elliot's just terrified of it ever happening.
He should just drink water all the time.
And he's just like, he's so terrified. So I want to either please let me be there when you tell him the story, or we should film his reaction to just listening to this podcast.
See, this is where I start to like, one, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I don't want to waste that much of my time again, unless it's like on a stage and I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And two, I don't like giving people that willy feeling.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
get that. It's just that Elliot is so sensitive to it.
Yeah.
Like, he was the only person of all the people I talked to about my kidney stone experience that was, like, seriously affected by it.
I remember being in his hotel room at VidCon and telling him up until like the string part. I think I told him about the stent, and I was like, this kid can't handle the
He
string
can't.
the string theory.
No, he wouldn't be able to.
And I don't want to. I don't mean that condescendingly.
No.
I just don't want to give him that.
Yeah. I
But
get that.
also, if you're Elliot, go ahead and rate and review the podcast on iTunes.
Well, I really enjoyed your history road, Mike. I thought it was really good.
May I?
Yes, you may.
This has been.
Mike, I think I speak for every single person listening and your very close friends that when I say it's so good to have you back. I'm
It's
so
great
happy
to
you
be
got
back,
through
man.
this.
It's great to be back. New lease on life.
Dude, I can't
Lease on Pathfinder.
Lease on Simpson. Dude, we need to like celebrate. Are you down to celebrate? Like, do you want to celebrate?
Let's go drink a bunch of alcohol.
Yeah, let's drink nothing but let's just drink salt water.
Let's eat
for the
salt
next
and
14
drink
hours.
alcohol. Yeah, I'll do anything.
Okay. Wow. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Can I also say on behalf of both of us that it's thank you for listening to the past 3 episodes with us not
Yeah, with
together.
us, our topsy-turvy 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, man. Thanks for sticking out this month with us. And it's
Yeah.
gonna get better.
Yeah, and look, guys. I mean, how long have we been doing this? Like almost 2 years now, maybe.
I guess I was trying to think about that.
And I think we've got a good track record for being on episodes of our own show.
Yeah.
But obviously things are going to happen. But we're back, and we're back into our regularly scheduled thing. Except I think,
Dude, if nothing
Comic-Con.
else, this is a pretty good indication of our dedication to the show.
Yeah. This had to happen. This was something we never want to do this without each other.
No.
This is the only way this works really is if it's us.
Yeah. Except if I get like Nelly Furtado on Wonder or something like that. Or Wonder Woman.
Or except unless Malcolm Barrett's like, I want to be on full time.
I want to be on I want to do one by myself.
Like, I do want you to know that if you passed away for any reason,
It
I
would
would
be
continue
Malcolm?
the show with Malcolm.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And I would hope you'd do the same for me if you'd do it.
I would replace you with Malcolm.
Perfect. Thanks, man. That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're back. The Comic-Con's coming up, so I'm going to miss another week coming up unless we can figure out a way to do it early or something, which we
Okay.
could definitely do.
Yeah, we got time.
But, dude, I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're okay. Holy
I'm like,
shit.
it hasn't even set in that I could be a normal person. Dude, Darren was like calling me for basketball. I'm like, I can't play basketball, man.
Yeah, man.
What if somebody hits my string?
Yeah.
That's a foul.
Yeah. What if your string got caught on a ball?
What if, imagine me playing basketball, playing defense in like short shorts and a string like hanging out of the bottom of the shorts. With like a headband on.
Come on, guys. Where's the defense?
Fucking pass it.
Stringing.
I'm like arguing with people and it's
Yeah,
like,
you're in their face.
yeah.
You're just gonna
Oh, is it
string-
because of my string? I can't play defense because of this string? You know what? Clear out. Just me and you. Don't touch my string, my dick string.
Yeah, watch this. You just start lassoing it around. So glad you're back. I was just, when I heard you had a kidney stone, I just felt the pain again. I had phantom kidney stone pains, and I was like,
I'm sorry, man.
I felt so sad thinking about you going through anything close to that type of pain, and it really made me sad and worried. And I'm glad that you kept us updated as much as you could,
Yeah.
and as much as you were able to. But I'm just glad you're back, man.
Yeah, man. Treasure every day. This is for everybody. Treasure every day you're not in a hospital or...
I'm sorry, we gotta go, Mike.
Okay, I apologize. Dollar Shave Club. That's promo code Banter.
No, go ahead.
No, just appreciate if you're like tonight, if you're hanging out summer's night with your friends and you're all laughing together for no reason, or maybe you're stoned in somebody's basement or something, just be thankful for the time that you're spending with people, even if you're by yourself and this is making you laugh. Hopefully, just be thankful for every second you're up and out on your own volition and spending time with people you love and doing things that you like that'll make you happy.
I can't think of a better way to end the episode, Mike. This has been. Do you want to do any plugs? Do you have plugs?
The Friends and Friends show is on the 21st.
Yeah, okay.
Dude,
Is that the one Will Haynes is going to be
Will
on?
Haynes is on.
Oh, man. This
he,
is his...
he said something online like, I've never done stand-up before, and I'm doing this show. I'm like, what the fuck? I've had you on my shows twice already, at least.
He has, like, super short-term memory.
That's okay. He's...
Short-term memory loss.
I just like that he's going to be there.
Yeah.
I haven't hung out with him in a while.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy that I love very much, and he'll always... That boy went beyond what I thought he was capable of, and I love that about him.
He's a good guy.
I
I think part of him hates me deep down. And I'd
well,
like to,
I think it's because he's in love with Zoya, and he wants Zoya for himself.
he does, but it's not going to work.
Oh, I know.
I've been through so much more man shit in the past 38 hours.
Dude, Zoya has a fucking... She's got the Ultimate Warrior with her now.
Yeah, I'm going to start painting my face. That's another thing. That's part of the new me.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much for listening to Dynamic Banter. Thank you for sticking through our hardships and our absences and such. And you guys are loyal, and we love you all very much. We care about you all very much.
If you want to buy a T-shirt, I'm not saying it's going to go directly to a hospital bill, but most
But
likely,
a percentage of it will.
we got red ones now.
DynamicBanter.clothing. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a link on MikeFalzone.com. There's, I think it's DynamicBanter.clothing.
Cool. Well, yeah, if you guys want to do that, that'd be great. And then if you guys are going to Comic-Con or whatever, I'd love to see you there, and that could be fun.
Oh, shit. I would love T-shirt ideas from both you
yes,
and especially the audience.
Dude, I was thinking of something in conjunction with the secret thing that you told me about.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Because if it happens, it's going to be such a treat for everybody.
Yeah.
But I would love for you to tweet me and tweet Dynamic Banter T-shirt ideas. And don't even worry about, like, drawing anything. If you want to draw, absolutely draw. But it's going to be... we're working on something potentially really cool. And just tell me your ideas.
Yeah, and if you guys just want to maybe, tweet at us your favorite Dynamic Banter bits or something, or maybe there's an old bit that we haven't done in a while that you love, just because we can't remember all the terrible shit we come up with.
Dude, there's somebody on a Reddit who there's like a bit diary. There's like a bit encyclopedia and like does time codes and episodes for like good bits.
No shit.
Going back like a long way. It's amazing.
Dude, we can actually make a best of that, which is something we should do.
Most of the work, all the grunt work is done.
Wow.
We should give that person something.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I don't know who that person is.
Well, maybe we'll never find out.
You're the Reddit person.
I'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate your listenership, obviously, very much. And we want to thank Dollar Shave Club for being the sponsor of today's episode. And you know what? Tweet at Mike Falzone and tell him you're happy he's back and you're happy that he's healthy again. Please. Because I'm definitely going to do that in real life.
Dude, so many people have been saying nice things under like YouTube videos and on Instagram and shit. And I can't thank you enough. It's like being out in the sun reading all that stuff.
Sure, yeah.
It's very energizing, and thank you very much. And definitely come see me do stand up because I could die at any time.
And get his signature and get a photo with him because that's going to be a really cool thing when he dies.
Have me sign something with yours and make sure I don't personalize it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening, and we're back, and we love you very much. Goodbye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.